Hi everyone, so today I have this set that Die & Press has brought to HSN ahead of the March 4th craft day. It is a stamp die and stencil set called Father's Day Puns. I think on HSN they're calling it For the Guys, something like that. So either way, I'll have it linked there for you guys. But Die & Press did send this item free of charge for my review. Of course, all opinions are my own, and the links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. With YouTube and HSN currently, it might be embedded in the video or just under the title. There should be some little like icon links there. So let's check this out. Yeah. So this is definitely the one they're calling For the Guys. I was like, maybe it's two different ones, but it just has a different name on the package here. Okay, so let's check this guy out. Again, it comes with your standard issue items, which are the sticky sheets, applicator for that, your instruction on how to use them. Very straightforward. Basically, whenever you make a die cut, if you want to use this, what you're going to do is put the back of the die cut facing, let me get this going, the clear part, because that's where the little sticky dots are. Hope you can kind of see them. So you place it on there, put that down, just give it a little scrapey scrape over the top, and then those little dots will be stuck to the back of your die cut, and then you can use your die cut that's already with adhesive on the back, right? So that's what those are. Again, your die cutting folder for the marquee. If you do not own a marquee and you have some other system, then you can definitely run these thin metal dies through any machine that cut thin metal dies. I will say the marquee is in stock on HSN, I believe, in the teal color. So if I recall, I'll link that also there for you guys, because I do get questions on where they're available or, those kind of things. So we have some stencils. It looks like a wood grain. It says wood grain. And then the argyle. Very cute. It looks like they're A2 size-ish, but we'll give a measure in just a minute. Stack of pancakes or hotcakes, however you like to call them. A record player. You have like a little barbecue grill there with some meats on there with the spatula. Over here we have the fishing rod with a little fish on there, or a big fish, right? Okay, it's it's a big fish there. The saw, your golf clubs, and then the guitar, and they all have dies. So I just do want to mention that. Here we have the words Dad, Grandpa, and Uncle in die form, and then you have stamps, so no one stacks up to you, like for the pancakes. You're real great. They're punny, basically, right? For the record, you're the best. You're flippin' awesome. You rock, and you're terrific. So there you go. And then some examples of how you might want to put those things together. Very cute. With the little pancakes there. Again, nice size icons or images, as Die & Press does, because, that's your focal point here. So this one's almost 3.5 inches tall, right? The stack of pancakes is like just over 2 inches. The guitar here is just about 4 inches tall. So if that gives you an idea of how big these other items are. And then you have the dies for all those, and then the words, right? And then these stencils. So let's check these guys out. I'll probably pair this with some papers, maybe the textured papers. I'm not sure. If we use the stencil, we'll see. But we have the argyle again. The stencil itself is 5 1/4. No, wait, did I measure that right? Yes, 5 1/4 by 6, almost 6.5. But the area that it will stencil is 5 1/2 by, I'm going to say 4 1/4. Yep, on both of those. Okay. So I'm just going to get right to it. I'm going to grab a card base, some paper, some inks, and all that good stuff, and we'll get started. Okay, guys, so to make my card base, I just grabbed some white cardstock. And let's just go ahead and cut that at 5 1/2. It is A2 size cardstock. And then I'll do some matte layering with the brick textured paper from the new textures paper that Die & Press put out. Also available there on HSN. I usually link everything that's currently available for the new releases. So you'll see all those items there. And then I like matte layering 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, but your A2 size card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so whatever matte layer you like for that. So again, 5 3/8, so just shy of 5 1/2, and 4 1/8 in the other direction, so just over 4 inches. That'll look cool. Very cool. There you go. And then I have this scrap of brown paper, and I'm trying to see where it was cut nicely because I want it to be straight. But I'm just going to add another little layer kind of in here. 2 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches. Just a little strip. And then the same 5 3/8 Oopsie. Yeah, 5 3/8. And we'll do a little stenciling on this guy, so you can imagine that would just be layered there, and then we'll add our other embellishments from the set. Okay, so let's put this here. And I think I'll do the wood grain. That's why I got the brown color, but the argyle is really, really nice. Love that kind of pattern. And maybe something like that. And I'm gonna tape this down, but grip mat would be wonderful, especially because you have a small piece of paper underneath, and then you want this on top, or at least that's what I'm doing. You can always do your stenciling and then cut the paper down, of course. And I'm just taking some brown ink that's like a nice dark brown, and I'm just gonna add that wood grain stenciling. I really pushed right there, so it's really, really dark in that area there, so let me try and blend that out a little bit. There we go. Okay, and I like to do things in a way that's a little more organic looking, so it's not just super dark, you know, all the one shade, so it's some variation there. And let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these down. I'm sorry if you hear like a little popping sound. It's the coffee maker at the very end of its cycle, so it's like I can hear it. All right, just gonna glue these two down. And so that one there. And I haven't decided which of these I'm going to use, so let me look. You know I love a good record player. I was thinking about that little guy. A stack of pancakes is really cute. I mean, the clubs, they're all so cute. Let me see here. Is the record player? I thought it was. Oh yeah, like that. So it's going to be something like this if I use the record player. So I'll put that on this side. Just kind of wanted to see the sizings, the proportions, and where I might want to put this guy. Okay. Alright, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so put it to the side. I have a piece of alcohol ink marker paper here, and I think I'll stamp this guy. I was just debating if I should use a stamp positioner. Maybe I should, just in case. I also want to stamp, I think, my sentiment on that while we're at it, so I'll put that there. Stamp it here. Alright, make sure my pen started falling over here. Alright. The air out of that. Okay, there's just a thin line kind of image, so still took the air out in case, because a lot of times if you have a big stamp and there's a bunch of air back there, it just will not make contact with your paper. So just keep that in mind. Again, these are acrylic stamps. Looks like I missed that area and the very corner, so let me... Actually, the very corner is not there. If I look at the image, that's just how it's drawn. See that? So let me see. I'm gonna put a little more ink right here. It's like this top area right there. I may or may not put the ink where I needed it to be. I think I did. One more time. I think I keep putting the ink over here and it's supposed to be over here. But we're good. Okay. So there's that guy. And then sentiment. Oh, how about you rock? That's cute. Even for this one, because obviously it's playing music, right? You can do you rock. I mean, there's which other one? For the record, you're the best. And I'm gonna use this one. Why not? Why not? So I'm gonna let that dry. If you're using hybrid inks, you really want them to dry before you come in with your alcohol ink markers. Yes, they are made to work with them, but if you go in when it's still wet, it's gonna smear. So you want to make sure it's nice and dry. And I'll clean up a little bit and I will be right back. Okay guys, you know when I color with my coloring, it's just a little something kind of quick. So I'm gonna take this yellow and color in like this area. And again, I'm not even doing like a couple of different ones, just in here. But if you want to come back through, add a little more color in some areas to make it look like you have some shadow, you can definitely do that with the same one. A little gold up here, a little gold in the corners. I think I'm gonna make the record player like red. So let's just do this again. Oh. Okay, and then the record itself, you know, I like to go with a really dark gray. Ooh, actually, I don't know if this is as dark as I would like. Instead of black, because when you color in with black, sometimes it'll be impossible to see. It's basically a Bic marker, right? With these alcohol ink markers. I mean, they're nicer than Bic markers, but if you can imagine, once you have black ink down, it's really hard to see under that. So I'm just gonna start with the darkest gray. Add in a little bit of the medium, drag that out. And then I'll blend through with the lightest one of that. Ooh, I hope. Nope, that was dark, see? Ooh, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. Thank goodness I caught myself there. And then just blend that out. Ooh, I know the center usually has like a label. Sorry. Oh well, I already kind of got it went in there. But usually there's a little label there, so maybe what I can do is, since this is the lightest color, I'll come through here. And then I'll just kind of go like this, like if it was a shadow, but I can also kind of erase that a little bit. With a blender pen, I can just get rid of a little bit of that gray. Maybe you make it look like a label. Maybe you color a different color, you know, however you want. This guy's usually also like dark, isn't it? This part. Maybe a little something there. Maybe I'll just blend it through with the medium color. Through there, through here, into here, and then maybe the light. And I want to say on a record player, even this part was like black or like plastic, no? So, I don't know. I'll just go in with the dark gray, into the medium, and then blend it out with the light. And then I got a set of even lighter grays just to finish off this center portion. But let's go with some red right now because we use a lot of gray. So if I want this thing to be like a really pretty kind of red color, maybe add a little the dark red here, on here. The inside of these guys was like wood, wasn't it? But anyway, I'm just going with red. And then the mid color, just to bring some of that out. And I'm just talking about the casing right now is what I'm working on. This outer portion here. A little something. And then the lightest. Let's make sure we're getting the lightest one. And I'll carefully come around here. Same thing with the handle. I'll use the dark grays to get that colored in. Oop. Okay, so I'm just going to go on carefully. Get all this red up onto this corner. Bring this down across. I'll do that really quickly right now with you guys. And then, again, with that blend, you're taking the darker color and trying to pull it down. I could have put a little more in there. And over here. And then I'll take this corner, right? Okay, so I was going to make this like a light gray, but I changed my mind. So I have this muted brown color. I think I'm just going to do the medium and the light just for in here. Maybe I'm getting this also mixed up with like old, what's it called? Luggage. I remember when I was a kid, and you know, the kids like doing that now too. I like going to like thrift shops just to find cool stuff, and the luggage was always like so fun, or like the train cases, you know, to find. And I always remember they had like a different kind of lining that was like just different. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go in here like a little silky lining. I doubt it was silk, but anyhow. So I'm going to go in here with that kind of idea in mind. I do have a Crosley record player, which is funny. It has a ton of views here on my YouTube channel. And people are like, these are the worst. And other people are like, oh, they're so fun. So, you know, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the darkest for the handle, and I'll do a little more just so that stays that way. Oh, the medium tone. And then I'll just use a little bit of the light to blend it through. Very cute. And I did bring out a blender pen again. These are not meant to actually help you blend your colors. It's really an eraser. So I'm just gonna go in here, and actually that reminds me, I want to also, I'm just taking a little bit of that away. So what happens is it lightens it up and it pushes it to the back of your paper. So it gets rid of the color in a way that it doesn't bleach it out, but it just pushes it away. And then that's kind of how that blender pen works. So I just want to take a little bit of that color away. And it just made me realize I didn't do this little part. It's probably still pretty wet with alcohol, but hopefully that won't leach out. It might start leaching it. Let's get it dry. Let's get it dry. So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, because there was so much alcohol ink. The alcohol, the suspension of it, was really wet still. So of course it can dry fast if you do this kind of thing. Okay, now let's go in here. Trying to see how close I can get this. I don't really know exactly where it's kind of, I mean, that's pretty good, right? I can see there. I have a good idea here on the edges. I think that's pretty good. I think we'll be okay there. So let me bring it up just a little bit. That looks pretty centered to me. But again, you can do the aperture trick you've seen in other videos that I've done. I'm sure lots of people are doing that. And I'm gonna run that through, and then also maybe the word grandpa. So I'll just run this through black. Yeah, let's do black paper on that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see how I did with my eyeballing. Ooh, very good. All right. That's so cute. I love the texture of that background with that. It looks really, really fun. So grandpa, you rock. I think that's cute. Okay. I'm gonna stick that down for a second to help me see what I'm doing better. And let me clean up just a little bit. I'm gonna get some glue just on the back of the grandpa lettering. I'm gonna stick that down, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I have some glue on that. So it looks pretty good. And then here I put some dimensionals on this upper part of the die cut. And down here I'll just put some glue. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this kind of thing. Cute. Okay, so that's stuck down, and this has a little dimension, little grandpa back here, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so there is our card. I love the texture in the background. I love the subject matter, the way it all came together. It looks really, really cute, really sweet. I love it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. Again, I'll link everything that's available now. Embed in the video down in the description box. And thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.